Hello, welcome to this update for Europe. Let's see what's happening with these storms continuing throughout Central and Eastern Europe, because during the last few days there were many strong storms, spots of Spain, France, and more areas. So now the storms have moved east and will affect parts of Central to Eastern Europe today, July 26th, and tomorrow, Sunday as well. So let's see now. We do have some storms already in Slovakia, spots of Czechia and Austria, and this afternoon expects some stronger to severe ones in some areas. So they have a level 2 in spots of Central and Eastern Europe, like spots Eastern Italy, Croatia, into Bosnia, Northern Serbia, Hungary, Ukraine, into Romania, and Slovakia. And there's another level 2 in Germany, into Switzerland and Czechia, and some scared level 1s across Russia, Northern Scandinavia, and Ukraine, Belarus. So let's see, the level 2 is across northwestern Switzerland and southern Germany, southwestern Czechia for heavy rainfall. Level 1 across Corsica, northern Italy, Switzerland, Austria, southern Czechia, western Slovakia, mainly for heavy rain, so be careful. A level 2 is across from central Italy through Croatia, southern Slovenia, Bosnia, northwestern Serbia to Hungary, southeastern Slovakia, mainly for large to very large hail and severe wind gusts and heavy rainfall. So be careful, especially the large hail, like the severe wind gusts and lightning. Be careful with lightning. And then another a level 2 is for northwestern Romania to western Ukraine, mainly for large, very large hail and severe wind gusts. Level 1 is for parts south central Italy through Bosnia, Serbia, and to Romania for large hail and severe wind gusts as well. And level 1 parts of northwestern Sweden through Finland into Russia, mainly for heavy rain, marginally large hail. A level 1 is for parts of northern Russia, mainly for large hail and heavy rain. Another one, the Baltics and Belarus, mainly for heavy rainfall. And a level 1 parts of southwestern Russia for severe wind gusts. So stay safe in those areas. Be careful in those storms. Stay weather aware. So here in the hail probabilities from the computer models, they do show spots of like Ukraine to Romania, spots of Hungary. Today, some 40 to 60% chance of hail around 2 centimeters or larger. So more spots of Bosnia into Serbia, and then there are these highlighted areas in white with possibly some hail larger than 5 centimeters, especially across spots of Romania, Ukraine to Hungary, and Bosnia, some very large hail, around 20 to 40% chance of 5 centimeter or larger. So stay safe in those areas. And this map shows some high chances for lightning as well in the yellow. So be careful. And Sunday still shows around Eastern Europe. Tomorrow, Sunday, spots of Romania, then to Ukraine, to spots of Serbia. So be careful. Northern Italy, a finger or two still. So the 3 hour probability shows a similar thing. And Sunday still even shows like Sunday afternoon slightly higher spots in Romania. So this goes, and Monday doesn't go all the way to the afternoon, but already shows a few storms possible further east and in Italy as well. So stay safe in those areas. Be careful. So let's see here. So the thing is, this is like a complex situation, numerous uncertainties and many differences in models concerning the timing and also the coverage of storms. The development storms should be monitored closely throughout the day to refine the risk level. So basically, if you are there, like monitor the storms while they are happening because this changes a lot. So, but the two main players are a deep low in the mid to upper troposphere for a wavy cold front associated with it, and the low will move from the Tyrrhenian Sea towards the Adriatic Sea in Croatia, Bosnia, Kosovo. As the low moves east, so should the cold part of the front in the evening overnight hours. Within the warm sector, strong shear 6 Gamir bulk shear values between 20 and 30 meters per second, with overlap moderate cape ranging typically from 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram. The highest values anticipate in the Adriatic Sea coastlines. The cape will increase towards south and east, where the air mass steeper mid-troposphere lapse rates can be found. Such environment is certainly conducive for severe storms. However, the initiation is uncertain. So be careful those areas. And the warm sector initiation most likely happened in the Apennines in Italy, with storms becoming supercells and spreading over the Adriatic coastlines towards Croatia. Large, very large hail and severe gusts are likely. So please be careful. This might happen around the early to mid-afternoon. And further east, still some large hail damaging wind gusts, given 0 kilometer bulk shear, 20 plus meters per second with large hail. And over northern Hungary and Slovakia, the storms would move from a warm wave, and some of them already may be elevated if they form further into the cooler air mass boundary. So be careful in those areas. And they say a gradual increase in the coverage of storms will start with the approach of the low within the movement of the front to the east. So stay safe. Central Italy here, still some moderate cape and some higher shear. So be careful those severe storms. You can read the rest here if you want, but just stay safe because those severe ones can like really pack a punch. That large hail and severe wind with lightning, so you should be really careful. So here there's the airpredge model shows like those storms there around the Alps, but the Adriatic Sea, and later in the evening and tomorrow further into Eastern Europe. So let's see if we can zoom further here, like Southeastern Europe. So this model shows somewhat what they said, like Central Italy, some initiation, and then this goes into Croatia and Bosnia, more severe storms, and then this low pressure throughout Sunday starts drifting further north and east. So Sunday to Monday shows this low pressure coming around the Baltics into Scandinavia, with still some severe storms possible along the cold front, with some heavy rain just north of it, and still like in Eastern Europe Tuesday into Wednesday, some severe ones possible. So still show like that first low pressure goes north, the air patch tries to form another low near Belarus by next Wednesday. But this is just a possibility. It does change a lot. There's the European shows those storms there today, more around Central Europe too. Then tomorrow, Sunday, shows like many scared storms in Central to Eastern Europe, especially in Eastern Europe, the most severe ones. And then Sunday to Monday, it lifts that low pressure into Northeastern Europe, still some severe storms on the cold front. Then Tuesday, Wednesday, it forms a secondary low pressure around Ukraine and Belarus by July 30th. So Thursday still shows there, and then into August, it's already too far. But stay safe. There's like this high resolution model, but it's only for Western Europe. but let's see if we can catch a glimpse or something. So show like those storms in the Alps and like spots Germany, Central Europe. Then it does show those storms initiating Central Italy around the afternoon. And they go into the Adriatic Sea. So stay safe on Sunday. This model does show a wave of showers, storm spots of France into Germany in the Alps. So still be careful. Sunday spots northeastern Italy as well. So stay safe. And here for the European again shows like the show spots in Eastern Europe this afternoon, the Cape. The European does have like some 2000 joules per kilogram, a few spots in Croatia, into northern Serbia as well. So be careful in those areas Saturday, but into Sunday still shows more Cape around Ukraine, Romania, northern Italy, those areas. But as this low pressure goes north on Monday, the low pressure center will be around Poland, and then still shows some cape along the cold front. Nothing too high, but still shows some. This goes and goes away into Scandinavia. So stay safe in those areas. Be careful in those storms. And also along the Adriatic Sea and everything, be careful of possible water spouts and even strong downbursts of rain. So be aware. And here for like some general wind does show like near the sea in southern France, slightly higher gusts. This goes and like as this low pressure develops, shows slightly higher gusts, a few spots by Monday and Tuesday, but it's not showing anything too crazy besides the storms because. Of course, in those storms, there'll be some very dangerous wind gusts, but it doesn't show up here, the wind from the storms. But it does show like by next Tuesday, slightly more wind across northern Italy, spots in the Mediterranean, especially around southern France and near northwestern Spain. But it does show slightly more near Scandinavia Tuesday into next Wednesday. That's secondary low pressure in Ukraine. So yeah, be aware. And still shows by the Mediterranean next week near the Strait of Gibraltar slightly more. But this always changes. So be aware in those areas. There's also this other high resolution model that we can use. So show like Saturday to today, some storms starting in central Italy, and they go into Slovenia, and now still shows some very strong to severe ones in Croatia and Slovenia. And then this goes some more ones in northern Croatia, Bosnia, and later into Hungary, Slovakia. Those are especially Sunday in Ukraine and some stronger ones. So stay safe. Those severe storms does show some wind gusts from those storms might be fairly strong. This model is not showing so much, but it does show like a few storms, even like close to 100 km per gust, and like discos and some more ones. So stay safe and really be careful those storms. Now for like those temperatures, let's see if there's something interesting. So there's still these below average temperatures spots central Europe, and it really kicks down by next Tuesday, the European model, like much below average temperatures spots in Central Europe, Tuesday into Wednesday, and then Thursday and still kind of below average first days of August, and then later by like August 10th or something, does show the below average passing to Eastern Europe and slightly above average in the West again, but that's still far out. And here this still shows those temperatures around southeastern Europe, still hot, and like especially like this afternoon in Romania, spots in northern Bulgaria, it's like 41 degrees. So stay safe. The heat in southern Turkey in the Middle East, more than 43. But like in Greece, some high 30s. Western Turkey, more than 40 in a few valleys. Even Spain and Portugal, some 37, 38. They're Western Spain. So stay safe. In other spots, still warmish, but like still not so hot, slightly below average. Finland and Russia are kind of very warm as well. And let's see. So during the night does decrease a little bit, especially in the Alps and some more spots Central Europe. And Sunday afternoon does show around Turkey, still central Turkey, very hot. Romania, spots in Ukraine, and like southern Spain and Portugal, close to 39 there is. So stay safe. The heat indices might be higher in a few areas. So the show Monday, southern Spain, close to 40, 39. Spots in Turkey, still to 40. So be careful. Central to Eastern Europe it cools down because of the storms. But extreme Southeastern Europe still very hot. Like shows like 43 degrees Wednesday, spots Central Turkey, Ukraine, still some high 30s ahead of the cold front and spots in southern Spain. So be aware, the rest is quite fine and still like below average, more spots. So be aware. And across southwestern Russia, the heat might be high as we get into August. So be aware and stay safe in those areas. Be careful the heavy rain threat, these storms, like they mentioned, and flash flooding. So does show 5 days across Croatia, even more than 100 millimeters. The European spots in Italy to like 140 as well, 131 spots in Switzerland, into Germany. So stay safe. So some 121 millimeters spots in Bosnia, and still shows that low pressure into Eastern Europe, like to 139, 138, into Lithuania, spots in Poland, more than 100. So stay safe in those areas. And just a single afternoon storm can cause flash flooding. And one of these days I had one that was like a little bit of flash flooding. So stay safe in those storms. It shows in Denmark more as well, and into Scandinavia more like in Sweden, Norway, more scattered showers and a few storms. So be aware. Does show some showers in the UK as well. Nothing crazy, but shows some in like 5 days. Does show some into northern Spain, France, and like still like until Sunday, Monday, the European still has a little bit in Eastern Spain. The GFS has like some 6 millimeters. So let's see if the European shows something. So shows some showers on the Pyrenees, a few areas, but that does show Sunday night into Monday, possibly some rain in Eastern Spain, but it doesn't show any big storm, but just some rain. But we'll keep watching. So be aware in those areas and stay safe. Just check if there's any snow. The European does show in the Alps like some with even 16 centimeters, 17, a few spots in the Alps. The GFS is just around like 1 centimeter, but we'll keep watching and a little bit in Iceland. So stay safe, be careful those storms. And this image right here is a storm I saw one of these days. Some very dangerous and big storms. So stay safe.